Nigerians again throng the premises of the High Commission in Ghana in solidarity with the End SARS protest.
Are we happy? No. Okay, iPhone not crime? No. Fine boy not crime? No. Laptop not crime? No. Benz not crime? No. Your good not crime? No.
Meanwhile, President Akufo-Addo speaks on the alleged killing of Nigerian protesters and calls for calm and dialogue to end the impasse hours after being criticized for his long silence.
Death toll in collapsed church building at Achim Batebi in the eastern region, now 15, with 2 others in critical condition after a massive rescue operation.
The speculation is that there could be as many as maybe 20 or 30 people still trapped under because
Lands Minister demands evidence of seized excavators allegedly sold by government as it reconciles figures on the number of excavators in its possession.
The government has not sold any excavator. Whoever claims that excavators have been sold, let the person come up with further and better particulars.
And Ghanaians react to the outcome of Tuesday's balloting for presidential candidates and debate on what it means for the outcome of December's general election.
I wouldn't have the luxury of scrolling or scanning through the remaining 12 pictures. So with my take, I'm good for the number 1. With JM being on the second slot, definitely means his second defeat.
Now, in our first story, President Akufo-Addo has condemned police brutalities meted out to end SARS protesters in Nigeria. His comment comes on the back of social media backlash for what many described as his prolonged silence after footages of alleged military personnel shooting at protesters went viral.
In a tweet on Wednesday, the ECOWAS chair indicated that processes have been commenced by Nigeria's President Muhammadu Buhari to reform the country's security. He thus called for calm and the use of dialogue in addressing the impasse.
ECOWAS, as a body, also in condemning the violence, called on all protesters to remain peaceful in the conduct of their demonstrations. According to ECOWAS, the federal government of Nigeria, the youth and civil society groups must, with immediate effect, resort to dialogue in finding a solution to the crisis.
Meanwhile, the United Nations Secretary General Antonio Guterres, also in a statement issued by his spokesperson, condemned what he described as the violent escalation that has resulted in multiple deaths and injuries. He also called for an end to reported police brutalities and abuses.
Former U.S. presidential candidate Hillary Clinton has also added to calls on President Buhari and the Nigerian army to halt the killing of young protesters in the end.
You are still watching the Citi Newsroom on Citi TV. My name is Michael Ogbodu. We are reporting from Roman Ridge. A few meters away is the Nigerian High Commission. As you can see in your shot, a number of Nigerian nationals, sympathizers, even including Ghanaians, have gathered here on the streets to register their displeasure with the SARS in Nigeria, the activities of this police unit, the Special Anti-Robbery Squad. Now, we gathered, it is reported on Tuesday that military men opened fire on some protesters who were on the End SARS protest on their way to Lekki in Lagos, Nigeria. It is reported that the military opened fire into the crowd, and there are varied details as to how many people were killed and injured in the process. Now, as you can hear in the background, there's a lot of chanting and frustration by these people concerning all these attacks. This protest has been underway since 2017, calling for a cessation in the operations of this police unit that has been accused of a lot of brutalities, extrajudicial killings, assaults, robbery, extortions, among the likes. Now, these people are here on the streets in their numbers to register their displeasure and to solidarize with Nigerian counterparts who were murdered, injured, maimed on Tuesday night as they gathered at Lekki in Lagos, Nigeria, over the End SARS protest. So there are more people gathered here ready to register their displeasure with all the issues that has been happening in Nigeria with regards to the SARS police team. I have a gentleman here who is also part of the demonstrators. Tell me, why are you here today?
Yeah, we are here in respect of protesting for our fellow Nigerians who their life was been taken all these years. The police brutality and the bad government. We are tired of everything. So that's why we came to our embassy here in Ghana. Okay? We want to protest so that the world will hear our cry. Enough is enough. We are the citizens of Nigeria. They deny us of our right all this while. Police, they say they protect the life of citizens, but they are extorting from us with their uniform power. Police brutality must stop in Nigeria. Bad government must end in Nigeria. We need a new Nigeria. Buhari to step down. That's why we are here in our number. We come together as one Nigerian. Okay, just imagine the life of young Nigerians was killed. Buhari never come out and address them. But the life of cow was taken. Buhari come out and sympathize with them. What is he trying to tell us? Does it mean you value cow more than the citizens? And we voted you into power. And we can also remove you.
Well, let me talk to you. Don't you think it's becoming confusing? Because first your focus was SARS, but now you're talking about governance and other issues. So why don't you come out clear with what your concern is and not mix SARS in this?
Thank you very much. I love that question. First of all, SARS has been killing every citizen in Nigeria. And through SARS, we get to know our human rights. While we are reading, more we are knowing the reason why SARS are killing us. SARS are not killing us because they chop belly food. SARS are killing us because they are not well informed. They are killing us because they want to steal from us. When we say no, they will kill us. And they say nothing will happen. And truth nothing will happen because Nigerian government are not talking. Meanwhile, because they know they are the main reason. They are the reason one that is exploiting Nigerian money, Nigerian wealth, Nigerian resources, which have to go for the citizen pocket. They alone take it. Yes. Only Nigerian government earn more than US government. Why? There's a corruption. We want reinforcement in Nigerian police sector.
So clearly your anger is not at necessarily SARS, but your government.
Yes. The government itself is corrupt. So many Nigerians were killed yesterday, and the satellite. The camera that was supposed to be, they shot everybody. Why would they do that? If it's their children, would they kill their children? No. So why are they not coming to kill us? They think that Nigerian youths are blind. They think that we cannot talk. They think they can shoot us and go. We go agree? No. We go agree? No. That's the thing.
But you're also aware that you do not have permission to be gathered here right now. Let me tell you something.
Because of what happened last night, I'm a mother of 3 children, and yesterday, sons and daughters of fellow women like me were shot mercilessly yesterday. So this morning, I have no other option to come and stand behind and cry with my fellow women that lost their sons and daughters yesterday for no just cause, and to tell them that we don't have to lose our children. We don't of us need to die. Our children are our future. You understand? So please, they should protest peacefully. Let the policemen, let the army, let the Nigerian government respect our children. They should go out and come home peacefully. We don't have to mourn. We are mothers. I'm a mother. Please, our heartfelt sympathy to all the Nigerian women and fathers that lost their children yesterday. Please, we are with you. We are with you. We are with you. That's all.
Sorry, sir, I have something to say.
So as you can see clearly, these protesters are bent on remaining here to register their frustration and disapproval of all the activities with regards to SARS in Nigeria and the brutalities that were meted out yesterday or Tuesday evening by police, by soldiers in Lekki in Nigeria that resulted in the death and injuries of a number of Nigerian citizens. The protesters have been demanding to speak with a representative from the High Commission to put across their concerns, and after persisting, finally someone has been sent from the High Commission to speak to them. Let's hear it.
If you have anything, put it in writing. Give it to us.
Don't say no. Don't say no.
Give it to us. We'll pass it.
Don't say no.
We are here
because it's all there. Don't say no.
Last week we are here. We made a complaint.
the lady, the High Commission lady was here. And
were you able to give it to us?
Yeah.
Was it in writing?
Yeah, it was in writing.
We pass it on to government. There is nothing you pass on to us.
I want to know one specific concrete effort the High Commission has made since last week.
Yes.
Since last week we submitted it.
Your submission was forwarded to Nigerian government and to the highest authority. That's what we're supposed to do.
So is that the only thing you can do?
We keep pushing, and the government is doing the best they can. So give us time. Let's just keep pushing. Rome was not built in a day.
Overnight to keep
Are we controlling the field?
No,
we pass it on to them.
What do you mean by
please? Let's just.
EndSARS protest started originally as a social media hashtag some 3 years ago, but in the past 2 weeks it has escalated with protests across the length and breadth of Nigeria. Well, my colleague Caleb Kuda brings us a better perspective from how this started and where we are now in this report.
Founder of the Special Anti-Robbery Squad, Fulani Kwajafa, told the BBC recently he feels sad and guilty the unit he formed 28 years ago to tackle a wave of armed robbery, kidnapping, rapes, among other crimes, had itself turned into banditry. Officers of the anti-robbery unit over the years have been accused of robbery, extortion, torture, and even extrajudicial killings of Nigerian citizens. According to Amnesty International, it had documented at least 82 cases of torture, ill treatment, and murder between January 2017 and May 2020. Tired of these, the youth of Nigeria started protests. But this year's has been the most radical. It is traced to a tweet on 3rd October narrating how SARS officers shot dead a young boy at Ughelli, Delta State, and abandoned him on the road. The tweet got more than 10,000 retweets. Thousands, including Nigerian celebrities, poured onto the streets of Africa's most populous country, demanding justice.
They come with all sorts of stories about reform, what they're allowed and what they're not allowed to do. But it's about time to completely abolish SARS. And that's why we're here.
You guys to support the movement.
In response, the Nigerian government announced the disbandment of the squad, much to a short-lived jubilation, as the disbanded squad was to be reformed into another unit. The protest intensified. An indefinite 24-hour curfew was imposed on Lagos and other regions. However, videos on social media show the military opening live fire into the crowd of defying protesters at Lekki Toll Plaza last night.
My own friends have been kidnapped by SARS and taken to the cash point of the ATM to take money so that they can be released. Based on what crime? It's stupid. It doesn't make any sense. Why are we having police on the road that are meant to protect us, but they're the ones giving us anguish and grief? You understand? So the system is not working, and we know that our leaders know. They've just been keeping quiet about it. And you keep keeping quiet about it, then there's going to be a revolution. We have to fight, because your oppressors are not going to willingly stop oppressing you. You have to fight them.
12 persons have so far been reported dead, but authorities there have denied such reports.
You are still watching the Citi Newsroom on Citi TV. It's been a couple of hours since the protest began, but the protesters are still here in their numbers on the street, a few meters away from the Nigerian High Commission. But we are picking up that the Lagos State Governor, Babajide Sanwo-Olu, has visited some of the protesters who were attacked Tuesday night by soldiers at Lekki, and he has been commiserating with these injured persons, and he has been bringing some clarity to the attack which happened Tuesday night.
Fellow Lagosians, whilst we pray for the swift recovery of the injured, we are comforted that we have not recorded any fatality as against the widespread circulation on social media. Both myself and the leadership of my Ministry of Health have been going round. Indeed, we went round all the hospitals last night. We went round the mortuaries last night to see and to monitor for ourselves what has happened and to look and identify the injured protestants. It is therefore relevant to let you know that we have also personally visited the hospitals that took in these patients. And I want to expressly say that over the night, 2 of them had to go through surgery, and I'm happy to say that they're both stable and they're recovering very well. Quite a number of the others are just mild to moderate states. Indeed, 3 of them has been discharged, and I'm told this morning that additional 3 or 4 will be discharged anytime from now.
So we have some of the protesters here who are open to speak to us. Now,
Great Nigeria! Great Nigeria! Great Nigeria! Are we happy? No! Are we happy? No! Okay, iPhone na crime? No! Fine boy na crime? No! Laptop na crime? No! Benz na crime? No! Your God na crime? No! Sir, we are not happy. Me, I'm a full-time Nigeria. If I'm not break English, I'm enter for broken. Me at the verse. I come Ghana, I hustle. All of us, they hustle. Even though they say with the press laptop na crime. No. We go hustle. Say if we hustle, we go take care of our mother. We reach there. Instead of government to guide us, then they shoot us. We drive motor, then go hold us. We wear fine shoe, then go hold us. We wear gold, then go hold us. We dress like mad people, then go say we don't get mad. What do we want? We say make they end Nigeria, make Buhari go. They say we be lazy youths. Okay, the lazy youths don't come to protest. They say now say something going to kill us.
We are tired. We know what is going on. And how long will they keep lying to us? This is 60 years in shit. Nigeria cannot give account of anything. All Nigerian youth, most of us here, we are all educated. There is no job. Now we go out there and make money. Coming home is a problem. They are not giving us peace of mind. They keep killing our people down there in Nigeria. We are letting Nigerians to know that we that your brothers here in Ghana, we are not backing off. We are not backing off, and we are giving everybody go ahead to do whatever thing you have to do and make sure everyone remains safe there in Nigeria. We are here in Ghana and we are not backing off. We are tired of Nigeria government. Great Nigeria! Buhari must go! Buhari must go! Buhari must go!
We'll cross over to a journalist in Nigeria who will bring us updates from the country in regards to the protest.
As you can see where I am now is relatively calm, but I can confirm to you this evening that there are other violent attacks that has happened in other parts of Lagos. It was reported this evening that there were violent attacks in the Agege area of Lagos. But let me tell you that there are reports of violent attacks in other parts of the state. But then the governor in the state broadcast this morning, it states that government will try as much as possible to bring the situation under control. What I can also confirm to you is that the curfew is still very much active, so we have few number of people on the streets. The streets are scanty.
Now, at the peak of the attack on the protesters by soldiers at Lekki in Lagos, Nigeria, it is reported that some television stations at the peak of their reportage were mysteriously shut down. And we gather that Channels Television is one of such television stations.
In the course of the civil protest against alleged police and military brutalities in Nigeria, 2 renowned broadcasting houses voluntarily shut down to avoid possible attack by some angry protesters. Reports suggested that Channels Television and TV Continental in Nigeria shut down temporarily earlier on Tuesday, after some persons attempted to besiege their facilities. The headquarters of Television Continental had come under attack by a mob, posing a threat on some staff of the station while programming was ongoing.
With you, but we'd like to come back to you before the end of the show. I think you should just find a way to take cover, Mian.
It's tough.
Okay, let me go on a quick break. We'll be right back.
Channels Television also informed its viewers that an attack was looming, compelling them to end a live broadcast abruptly. It informed its viewers that Channels Television is temporarily shutting down due to imminent attacks on our staff and operations. Does this pose a threat on the Nigerian media?
You are still watching the Citi Newsroom on Citi TV. After hours of protesting, the police leadership is getting ready to address the protesters. We gather that according to the police service, they are unlawfully here on the streets breaching the Public Order Act. Let's hear what the police has to say to them.
You find yourself to disturb public peace and order. It is criminal to do that, and I'll urge your leadership that henceforth they must abide by the laws of this country. Therefore, I will order you to quit this place, as the police will use every available force necessary per our dictates to ensure that you move out. The divisional commander Nima has spoken to you. Please go by that order and leave this place immediately. You are a nuisance to the very community, not the embassy alone, but the entire community. I will not sit down aloof and want this to go on. In view of this, kindly move out of the community. Thank you.
Why? Why? We Africa, why? Why you don't unite? We Africa, why we don't unite? Why are we hating ourselves? Why are we starting our ASCs? What happened? What happened?
We are not here for NSAS. We are here for NBuhari.
A very displeased protester over there. She's not pleased with the police directive asking them to leave. She's obviously venting her displeasure with the issue. She believes that the Ghana Police Service ought to be solidarizing with them and allow them put their concerns across. As you can see, these are cars that have some of the protesters in there. They are all vacating the premises, and it is somewhat inhibiting traffic into the area. But then gradually they are leaving the place in their numbers. The police says they have been pretty cooperative so far without any form of resistance. You're still watching the Citi Newsroom.
Now, meanwhile, in Parliament, some members of the House have been condemning the actions of the security agencies.
Also aware of the avalanche of calls on our president to speak, and I think, well, these things are reasonable in the face of all the attacks, the fact that he's a leader of the ECOWAS, the fact that the proximity-wise Ghana is very close to Nigeria and all that. So if you put all these concerns and variables in perspective, one would say that it's a reasonable call. However, significantly, I must admit that there are other things being done on behind the stage that is not known necessarily, and hence because I'm privileged to know all the things that are being done, I can say comfortably that a lot of consultations are ongoing
behind the scenes, but it is we are racing behind time. Things are getting worse by the hour, and that is why it is important for ECOWAS, which is headed by the President of the Republic of Ghana, to show some leadership in engaging his counterpart in Nigeria to ensure that they douse the situation, because Nigeria cannot afford to fail. The implications, the ramifications on the entire region and on Africa are very, very dire.
Now, in some other news, the death toll at Achimbatabi in the Manso Akroso district of the eastern region, where a church building collapsed, has risen to 15. The Church of Prosperity building caved in around 2 p.m. on Tuesday. Personnel from the 48th Engineers Regiment and NADMO headquarters have been deployed to help rescue the victims trapped under the rubble. General Overseer of the church, Prophet Akwa Isaac, is being questioned by the Achimota police following the incident. Citi News' Eastern Regional Correspondent Ni Amate Kanaku has more.
A military chopper from the Ghana Air Force brought in sniffer dogs to help complement the effort of personnel from the 48th Engineers Regiment, the National Disaster Management Organization, the Fire Service, the Ambulance Service and the Ghana Police Service in the rescuing operation here at the Church of Prosperity at Achimbatebi in Achimodan, which collapsed Tuesday afternoon. Emmanuel Yawasari, the unit committee chairman for Batebi, arrived at the scene minutes after the building collapsed. 15 people have so far died. 6 persons have been treated and discharged, and 2 people are in critical condition at the Achimota Government Hospital. Vida Tete, who cannot hold her tears, is here to search for her sister, who left home yesterday to join the prayers. Asane Manso Akroso District Chief Executive Alex Inkum is hopeful more bodies will be retrieved from the combined efforts.
Those who are outside, counting themselves, they are saying about 20, said thereabout were trapped inside. So we are hoping and praying that we are going to save us.
The Eastern Regional Minister, Eric Kwachi Dafo, who indicated that the head pastor of the church was invited by the police, says the structure was not in good condition.
The building is a 5 or 6-story building. We cannot talk about the structural integrity of the building because we are not technicians, we are not technical people. But from the layman's point of view, we are suspecting that the building was not properly constructed.
Contractors working on various road projects in the enclave halted the activities and made available various earth-moving equipment to support the rescue operations. Deputy Minister in charge of National Security, Henry Kwate, who visited the scene, commended the collaborative efforts of the rescuers and indicated that his outfit is awaiting results of the investigations.
The National Security has dispatched trucks, cranes and all that, which are on its way to come and also implement the work on that. So far we are on it, and we pray that we'll be able to, as it were, bring out all the bodies for that matter trapped underneath. We'll wait for the outcome of the investigations, as I said earlier.
Family members, hundreds of residents and worshippers who thronged the church premises were disallowed entry since the area has been cordoned off.
The state has rearranged 60 persons suspected of being behind last month's violence in parts of the Volta region, hours after they were discharged by circuit courts in Accra.
Prosecutor ASP Sylvester Asare told the circuit court that the state withdrew the charges to enable it bring all of them into one courtroom under a consolidated case. Under an amended charge sheet, the state also told the Accra Circuit Court too that it had no jurisdiction to grant the suspects bail.
Arguing for bail, however, defense lawyers pray the court to consider the rights of the suspects, their appalling welfare conditions under remand, and their readiness to avail themselves for the case whenever called upon by the state.
The defense team argued that the suspects are to be presumed innocent until otherwise proven, and that the circumstances under which the state is allowed to curtail the rights of citizens under Article 14, Clause 1 of the Constitution 1992 did not include the present circumstances.
You're still watching the Citi Newsroom on Citi TV. Still to come, Ghanaians ascribe meanings to positions of presidential candidates on ballot paper.
Details of that story and more after this break. Please stay with us.
Rigworld Solutions,
forging the frameworks of Ghanaian industry. Engineering solutions from the heart of Takrade, Kejebil. At Rigworld Solutions, we manufacture industrial bolts and nuts, fasteners, hoses and fittings for the extractive and petrochemical industries. World-class products with local expertise. Locate our factory in Kejebil off the Takrade Takwa Road. Call 0302 949917 or 0540 107504. Email enquiries at rigworldsolutions.com. Rigworld Solutions, crafted in Ghana, engineered for the world.
Close-up deep action with antibacterial mouthwash formula and deep cleaning gel. Close-up deep action. Enjoy long-lasting fresh breath.
What's poppin'? Brand new dramas. That's what. Ethan Hawke leads a group of freedom fighters in the daring battle to end slavery in Mnet's brand new historical miniseries. We're gonna start a revolution. And the rebellious daughter must step up and take the reins of her late father's criminal enterprise in Africa Magic's brand new local series.
What do I do?
What else is poppin'? Brand new pop-up channels. That's what's poppin'. We're serving up family dramas and intrigue galore in The Beloved Man on the new telenovelas channel.
Citizens, we cannot allow this situation to go on.
We're packing a punch with the kung fu adventures of the Chinese Odyssey on the brand new Kicks channel. And we're going crazy over arts and crafts with Cooksy on the new Zumu channel. So pop on over to DSTV for the best of brand new this month.
'Cause I'm the new best thing. I'm the new best thing. Better than you've ever seen. I'm the new best thing. I'm gonna be the king. I bring that ching ching ching. Yeah, I'm the new best thing. I'm the new best thing.
Discover new Silky Guinness Smooth. Perfectly balanced for a smooth, refreshing taste. New Guinness Smooth.
Since 2017, a new dawn is breaking in Ghana. The NPP is building the foundations for growth and transformation. We are curbing unemployment with new and decent jobs.
Thanks to Nana, I've got a new job through NAPCO. That is why I'm voting for him as the MPP.
The promise of free SHS is now a reality.
Through education, I have a brighter future. That's why I'm voting for Nana and the NPP.
The future of our country is in the hands of a competent leader, a man you can trust.
I trust Nana.
This December, let's protect our progress. Let's give Nana 4 more to do more for you.
2020, 4 more for Nana. 2020, 2020, Nana.
Don't forget the balloons,
check.
The DJ,
check.
And the drinks.
Listen, honey, I've got this party under control, okay?
Daddy, don't forget our birthday cake with the sparkly candles. Daddy, are you there?
The party's at 4 p.m., honey. Don't be late.
With the all-new CowPay on the CowBank app and website, you don't have to worry about carrying cash. Just place your order with your favorite merchant and pay with a Visa or MasterCard, mobile money or CowBank account, or scan and pay. Visit the Play Store or App Store and download the CowBank app today. CowBank app. Forget the cash.
CowBank. Forward.
Welcome back to the Citi Newsroom. Now, the Lands and Natural Resources Minister is daring any individual who has purchased an excavator from his outfit to name and shame officials who carried out such a transaction. Speaking at the Information Ministry's Meet the Press series in Accra on Wednesday, Kweku Asmatremes said none of the excavators had been sold. He says his outfit has 157 seized excavators in its possession at its last count and is working with relevant agencies under his ministry to reconcile new figures that are yet to be calculated. There is more in this report.
Some of the highlights of the press briefing included the issues on seized excavators, land litigation, and the purchase of some earthquake monitoring equipment. Following the revelation by the chairman of the Interministerial Committee on Illegal Mining, Professor Frema, that most of the seized excavators were missing, there were loads of allegations. One of such allegations was that government officials at the time sold most of the 500 seized excavators. Reacting to these, Lands and Natural Resources Minister Kweku Asmatremes said the excavators are intact.
I'm doing this because they talk about by our friends in NDC that 500 excavators are missing, have been sold, have been stolen. It's neither here nor there. I stood at Fury Forest at Prisia Huni Valley area and told journalists that not to the best of our knowledge as a ministry, that 500 excavators are missing, that 500 excavators have been sold. The government has not sold any excavator. Whoever claims that excavators have been sold, let the person come up with further and better particulars.
Workers of the Ghana Civil Aviation Authority have accused the Ministry of Lands and Natural Resources, Lands Commission and the Aviation Ministry of being complicit in the illegal sale of aviation lands to private and estate developers. Lands Minister Kweku Asmatremes, who described such accusations as false, clarified that the land in contention did not belong to the Ghana Civil Aviation Authority.
There was a lease covering the entire area, AU Village, and what exists today as Latiers. To bring on board and for the lease to be surrendered, for a new lease to be executed by traditional council, the entire lease was annulled. We surrendered to traditional council, and the agreement was that they would take 17.5% of the land, acres of the land, which the commission agreed, because we had a purpose to use this particular land for.
To better prepare for any earth tremor, the Lands and Natural Resources Ministry has acquired 3 earthquake early warning systems to effectively monitor any occurrences.
As part of measures to ensure preparedness for earthquake disaster risk reduction in the country, the Ghana Geological Survey Authority has installed 3 earthquake early warning equipment at Weja, Bawi Municipal Assembly and NADMO head office. Plans are far advanced to install 5 more earthquake early warning equipment in Jubilee House, Peduase Lodge, Parliament House, Ministry of Lands and Natural Resources, and University of Ghana.
Now, as it happens every election year, the positioning of presidential aspirants on the ballot sheets for the polls end up with diverse meanings and interpretations. This year has been no exception. Social media has been flooded with interesting interpretations after the positioning for the 2020 presidential hopefuls were announced. Citi News' Beverly London followed the trend on social media and has this report.
The aftermath of the balloting by the 12 qualified presidential aspirants has taken an interesting twist on social media, with people reading meaning into positions of the candidate. On Tuesday, the presidential hopefuls made their way to the Electoral Commission to ballot slots for the December 7 polls. The New Patriotic Party got the number 1 slot, though they had hoped for the 4th slot. The biggest opposition party also chose the 2nd slot, In 2016, the NDC's John Dramani Mahama was a third on the ballot, with the NPP coming fifth. The NDC strategically coined the phrase John 3:16 to easily register their presence in the minds of voters. The NPP, with the fifth slot, also coined the high five phrase. This year, social media has once again been flooded with interesting interpretations after the positions of the presidential hopefuls were announced by the Electoral Commission. For sympathizers of the new patriotic party, the number 1 slot confirms the endorsement by God for another term. Nana Yaulate tweet, "What is written is written, number 1 on the ballot, and it's to victory." Brother James tweet, "Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. Amen and amen. Number 1 spot. It's 1 touch for Nana and the NPP. Nana Twaso, 4 more for Nana." Sympathizers of the NDC have also interpreted the slot as the second coming of the NDC flag bearer, John Dramani Mahama. Emmanuela Ahinama Dubafo tweets, "Mahama has gotten the number 2 position on the ballot paper, and Yanum had number 1, which means 1 term for Nanado, and a second chance to do more for Ghanaians for His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. Hashtag Mahama Afa." Marcus Calvin also tweets, "Too sure, the second coming of John Dramani Mahama." Efo tweet, "1 term for Ekufuado, second coming of John Dramani Mahama. Number 2 it is." The reactions on social media about the minority parties and independent candidates indicates that the positions of the 2 major political parties have made it easy to cast their ballots. Other social media users are, however, indifferent to the positions of the NDC and the NPP. Such interpretations are very much expected until the votes are cast, ballots are counted, and the winner declared by the Electoral Commission.
Members of Parliament have given varying interpretations to the position on the ballot paper of candidates in the 2020 polls. Members of the majority say the number 1 position of the NPP is a sign of the impending victory for the party, while the minority are of the view that the number 2 slot foretells the second coming of the NDC candidate, John Mahama. There is more in this report.
After the completion of the balloting process by the Electoral Commission for the 2020 polls, different interpretations have been given to the positions by political watchers and citizens. But for members of Parliament, is there any significance in terms of positioning on the ballot paper and voter outcomes?
Vote Excellency John Dramani Mahama, who is second on the ballot, who is seeking a second term in office, and who is seeking a return to the political high office of the presidency. Then that is my interpretation, but this is not spiritual and this is not political. It just makes our work of political advertisement much more easier. Now for Nana Adunyame and the NPP picking 1, we can also interpret it that he's just a 1-term president.
Me, significantly, our government has delivered. And that is going to be our trump card, not more of where we are positioned on the paper. Regardless of the position, even if you are positioned in the middle, the way we've performed, and like they say, governance is a continuous process, it's a work in progress. We have done so many important and significant things in our first term, and that is serving as a springboard for us to be given another term.
I believe that the number 2 position means the second coming of His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, and there are thousands of people who also believe same. And quite apart from that, it makes it easier for us to sell our message.
That's a big joke. They may choose to say whatever, but Ghanaians know better. You've seen the polls, you've seen the campaigns, you've seen the responses, and Nana Akufo-Addo is going to win the elections by no less than 55% of the votes. We are very confident of that, and he's working so hard towards that. They can keep joking and tickling themselves.
Reporting for Citi Newsroom Parliament, my name is Duke Mensompoku.
So discussions on the position of the 2 dominant political parties in the 2020 presidential election ballot paper continues to dominate conversations among electorates in strongholds of the New Patriotic Party and the National Democratic Congress. Now, in the Ashanti region, members of the two parties are confident their balloting position will inure to their benefit in the December polls. Citi News' Ashanti regional correspondent Hafiz Tijani visited some constituencies in the region to engage electorates on the matter.
We have found ourselves in Bantima, the stronghold of the New Patriotic Party, to speak to some of the constituents here on what they make of the balloting position of the New Patriotic Party and the other political parties.
I'm a Bantima boy and a strong MPP fan. I will only have the luxury of looking at the first position, that is the first Victoria, that being Nana Akufo-Addo. I wouldn't have the luxury of scrolling or scanning through that the remaining 12 pictures. So with my take, I'm good for the number one.
Ballot no, I ain't buying 1 MPP, 2 NDC. Hands down. Yeah, I am going to see home where you're
MPP at 1. And it's and say 1 year. 1 year for cry. Yeah, the beam. Yeah, Nana ever another term. We are the baby so 8. A
resident who also spoke to Citi News has a different view on the matter.
The new National Democratic Congress was saying because they chose to is the second coming of JM, and the MPP too are saying Nana is the winner, so that's why they chose first. But it matters not. We the constituents and the electorates here, we are going to vote. And their manifesto is what we are going to base on to vote.
The Aswansi constituency is a stronghold of the National Democratic Congress in the Ashanti region. NDC sympathizers here have this to say about John Mahamad's position on the ballot paper.
The second position of His Excellency John Dramani Mahama is correspondent to what? To his second coming, to come and salvage us from what? From all this colossal amount of corruption, nepotism, politics of dividedness and everything all together.
Because John Robert first time, and the second time no occur until also 2. And the 2 parties say second time. Until the Yanko pass that then buy. So until there be me by 4 also 4 man of 4 ubia na do say I say Yanko mema sa 2 no e 2 na abai. And sa 2 na
from the Ashanti region, Hafiz Tijani for Citi News.
You're still watching the Citi Newsroom on Citi TV. My name is Michael Ogbodu. I'm here with
Frema Adunyame.
Still ahead in the bulletin, NDC promises to complete construction of the Triable Freeport when voted for.
We'll bring you the details shortly. Don't go away.
Play the golden goal on Bet Planet today with just 20 Ghana cedis. You could win a Mercedes and 100,000 Ghana cedi worth of prizes. This advert has been vetted and approved by the Gaming Commission of Ghana. Bet responsibly, not for persons below the age of 8.
Hi, babe. Am I seeing the series? Can you see me now? I can. Wait, who's calling me?
I'm sure that's my mom.
I'm sure it's one of those girls.
Want to have an apple?
I'm trying to change this.
It's been a while since we last linked up, since we shared our news and told our stories.
Last week it was okay, but this week is very, very low. What's your suggestion?
We would look into that.
Makola Market has been closed down for cleaning and sanitation.
Since we last celebrated together.
Don't buy anything. Don't claim 5 Ghana credits. Free! Papa no see and go back.
From 1st October, get 5 Cedis airtime total whenever you buy any 3 bottles of these Guinness Ghana products. Simple, cool chop and kasa. Just dial *1000* and the code under the crown, followed by the hash key, and your free airtime will drop. Let's raise our glasses and link up again. Offer is valid while stocks last. This advertisement has been vetted and approved by the FDA.
Abba! Play the golden goal on Bet Planet today with just 20 Ghana Cedis. You could win a Mercedes and 100,000 Ghana Cedi worth of prizes. This advert has been vetted and approved by the Gaming Commission of Ghana. Bet responsibly, not for persons below the age of 18.
You've come a long way from where you started, and in that time, you've upgraded a lot. But have you upgraded your entertainment? When you upgrade to GoTV Max, everyone gets an upgrade. Football fans can up their game with La Liga and get all new action with the NBA and NFL on a brand new channel, ESPN. The kids will go crazy for the most popular kids shows, and family night is sorted with blockbuster movies on TNT. Plus, our local celebrities will keep you connected to your continent, while our general entertainment channels will take you international. There's a whole lot for the whole family when you upgrade to GoTV Max. So make the move today and give your family an upgrade they'll love. GoTV. Live it, love it.
Hi, babe. Am I seeing the scene?
Can you see me now?
I can. But wait, who's calling you?
I'm sure that's my mom.
I'm sure it's one of those girls.
Want to have an apple?
Are you trying to change the
It's been a while since we last linked up, since we shared our news and told our stories.
Last week it was okay, but this week is very, very low. What's your suggestion? We would look into that.
Makola Market has been closed down for cleaning and sanitation.
Since we last celebrated together.
Don't buy anything. Don't claim 5 Ghana credit. Free! Papa no see and go back.
From 1st October, get 5 Cedis airtime total whenever you buy any 3 bottles of these Guinness Ghana products. Simple, cool chop and kasa. Just dial *1000* and the code under the crown, followed by the hash key, and your free airtime will drop. Let's raise our glasses and link up again. Offer is valid while stocks last. This advertisement has been vetted and approved by the FDA.
Hi, my name is Salamatu. Yes, these are both me. You see, before free SHS, my life could have taken 2 very different paths. The SHS path depended on how much money my parents had, what sacrifices they were willing to make, and whether they would send me or my little brother Issa to SHS. The other part is what would have become of me if there was no free SHS. But today, thanks to free SHS, my future is bright and promising.
Congratulations, you have an A. He's a boy.
Instead of depending on others, I will stand on my own feet and help my family. Free SHS is where my dreams for a better future and the dreams of thousands of young girls become a reality. Don't let NDC take it away from us. Vote for NPP and give all Ghanaian girls a chance for a better future.
You're welcome back. The flag bearer of the National Democratic Congress, John Dramani Mahama, has assured chiefs and people of Nkrofo that the construction of the Etoabo Freeport would commence immediately he's voted into power.
The assurance follows a request by the chief of Nkrofo during a campaign deba in the Lembele constituency. The NDC presidential candidate indicated that the next NDC government will make the project a priority.
Agreement. Say port say oil companies no MPP for and normally loan agreement no port. Say massa You can't not waste of your purpose. Only a Sama, a Jumano, a Basso, and any fear by me. If you are by me, I know the HSA, almost an a and so I can support in a buyer. I can remember baby, I come from many of my support. And so, me what did say your free port in a vessel.
And that's how we wrap up. You've been watching the Citi Newsroom on Citi TV. Remember that our website, citinewsroom.com, has more news updates.
Please subscribe to CityTube on YouTube for more exclusive video content from Citi TV.
Download the Citi Newsroom app from the Google Play Store or the App Store and keep updated on the go.
You can also watch Citi TV on DSTV channel 363 and GoTV channel 182.
My name is Frema Adunyame.
And I am Michael Ogbodu. Thank you for watching. As always, please stay safe.